Got 8 hot dogs and 8 popsicle sticks that we're going to be using. Then I have 1½ cups of cornmeal. We have 1¼ cups of flour. We have 1 large egg. I got 1/4 cup of sugar. I've got a tablespoon of baking powder. I've got a tablespoon here of olive oil. I've got a tablespoon of honey. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we have 1 3/4 cups of half and half. The recipe called for buttermilk, but I've never used buttermilk with it. We're going to use half and half today and see how that works out. And then of course we have to have a big old honking amount of olive oil, vegetable oil I mean, that we're going to use to fry the dogs in. I got Maggie out today and I'm going to put 2 or 3 inches of oil in her and get that heated while we're working on our recipe. So with that being said, I'll be right back and we'll get this going. So to get started, we're going to add all of our dry ingredients first. So we're going to add the cornmeal, the flour, the sugar, and the baking powder. We're going to get that whisked together. So now we're going to add our egg. Our 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I forgot. Our tablespoon of olive oil. And our honey. And our milk. We're going to mix this all together to make a really nice batter, and then I'm going to let it rest for a little while. I think that should be it. So we're going to let this rest for a little bit, and we'll be back to show you what we're going to do next. Before we get started here, I'm going to go ahead and I've got a wide mouth jar here, and I'm going to put the batter in the wide mouth jar. Whisk here, we're going to whisk this up a little bit more. The batter gets very, very thick. So we're going to pour the batter into the wide mouth jar. We're not going to fill it all of the way. We're going to fill it enough that we have a little headroom for our hot dogs that we're going to be dipping in here. And this looks about good enough for now. And we'll be back to start frying them up. Okay, our oil is ready. While we were waiting for the oil to get ready, I did go ahead and I put the popsicle sticks in the hot dogs so they're ready to go. And they are dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to dip the hot dog in the batter, take it down in, spin it around. Oop. And it is very stiff. My dog is not going to come out. And then we're going to sort of swirl it around in the oil. And then drop it down in. We don't want it to stick. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to get it in there. Swirl it around. There we go. This one's going to work better. And let it drip off a little bit. Then go back to our oil, get it in there. This goes pretty quick. And then drop it in. And you want to flip this over. You want it to brown evenly. You want it to be golden brown. And we've already got one done. So what I'm going to do is pull this one out, and I'm going to put it on a rack over here to the side so that it can go ahead and drip the rest of the grease off of it. And as you can see, it goes very fast. It only takes a few minutes for them to get golden brown. And my oil is heated to 350 degrees. This last one here is going to be a little naked, but it's still going to taste good. And you have to hold it here in place so it'll get a little browner on the other side. And we're basically, that's it. Only takes a couple minutes to do it in the oil. And I'm going to do myself a few French fries. And that's my dinner for tonight. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. I hope this is something that you would be interested in, something that you can do with your children. I appreciate your coming along for the ride, and I hope you have a great night. Thank you all.